Yes, welcome back to my channel. Everything's super peachy, right? Please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting below. Especially if you feel what feeling, or you don't feel what I'm feeling. It'd be greatly appreciated. Choice moms. I I don't get it. First time I heard it, I was actually confused to such a degree that I just felt the need to really pay attention and see what was the motive behind it. And I stopped caring more and more about the motive behind it once I started thinking about the unthought about situations of being a choice mom, and that's either through IVF or caught up in the moment. Um, you would I find it confusing that of I find it confusing that with all that has been seen, either through other single moms, and that's either within your own household or family members outside of the household you grew up in, classmates, neighbors, TV, movies, books, wherever, that women would deliberately go out and choose this with so many unknowns. You're bringing a child with so many different variations of how things can go. Why would you want to do that by yourself? I just question that thinking. It seems really bad because when things go south, it can go south in the most horrible of ways.
She say respect goes both ways. It's like
if you act like that's what you're gonna be called.
You can't just keep.
I say, yeah. She wanna let's just put out here. Now you playing crazy. I be calling her sometimes. I be like, what the you finna keep saying, hey, Kaylee, just calm down. No, bitch, what the wrong with you?
I mean, watching that, don't you just see the frustration in her? That's the frustration of I'm doing this all by myself. That's the frustration of I have been overwhelmed to the point to where the child that I'm supposed to love, I'm talking to them like a stranger in the street. I mean, there's a degree of disbelief in her response to her own daughter that I can't believe you put me out here like this. I mean, and towards the end, when you see her head bobble,
she say,
bitch, what the wrong with you?
There, right there. You see her head, that head nod? That is exhaustion. That is anger. That is any and every possible negative emotion you can feel all by yourself. You have not had anybody consistently, reliably to say, I need a break from the child. I need a minute. And it's not, oh, I need a weekend or a month vacation. It's I need a movie, 2-hour movie to just kind of just step away and refocus on what I'm doing with this child or these children, which is to produce a child that is an asset, not only to me, but more importantly to the world. I am trying to produce an asset to society. And through an asset to society, the child will be an asset to me, the one who raised them. When you are doing this all by yourself, you do not get the breathing room required to keep that in mind. You're all but forced to kind of pull back to protect yourself, because you're at a point of, did I just screw up? Did I screw up taking on this task by myself? That's what I see. The frustration that's all over her face is what's it called? Palpable. I mean, you can feel it. Again, why would you choice moms willingly sign up for this possibility? Not inevitable, but possibility. Because what's the term? Gonna screw this up. Familiarity breeds contempt. Familiarity comes about by the constant observation of one person to another. And when you are raising a child in a household by yourself, by choice, that young being has nobody else to focus on but you. You become the center of their world. You are their one true constant throughout their life. Visiting grandparents, that's intermittent. Even going to stay with the father for the weekend when they have, court-ordered child support. You are still that one constant that they have all the time in the world to observe. You can hold no secrets from them, because the child doesn't have a second person in the household consistently to take their focus off of you. Get familiar with you, get familiar with him, get familiar with you, familiar with him. And for whatever reasons, the push and pull of that, yes, they get to understanding of you, but they don't get a full understanding of you. But when you're doing it by yourself, they see you. Behind closed doors, I'm going downstairs, I'm going out, they see me coming back in, they see you. That's a little dangerous as far as I see. There should be a fair degree of mystery between a child and their parent. They should be a little unstable. Like, I don't know. To the point where they cannot push the buttons that they know will get you like that mother. That's frustration. The daughter was talking very calm and collective, and chances are, not saying the child is being manipulative, but the chances are the child knows that keeping a tone very flat, that is going to set her off. That she has lost control in public because that child is so familiar with her.
What the money that I have given? So he's not giving it to me. He's giving it to you.
Just have me mom says that.
No, he's giving the money to you because you just went to go pay the bill.
So I'm at work.
It's child support. Yes, he is. Because that's what you're
why does that little girl have to have a full understanding of the dynamics between the mother, the father, and the court system? To the point that she knows that her mother is taking advantage of her by using the child support that is for her expenditures, not because the mother is unemployed. As she said, oh, because I'm unemployed. She is very aware that her father is giving to her through the courts, through her mother, the means for her to get things that she needs for her. And a roof over her head is not included in child support. The mother has the majority custody, physical custody, whatever it is. The mother is tasked with providing the essentials: a roof over her head, food, water, the access to school, and everything else. The child support is not supposed to take care of that. And she knows this. Why is the child so familiar with her mother and her behavior that she is willing to pop a vein in her neck to let her know, I see you. I see what you're doing. And for those who want to say, oh, well, the father's manipulating, you say, well, I'm giving child support, you need to talk to your mom. But whose fault is that? And no, the child doesn't have to get everything that she wants. Her behavior might be lacking to require or deserve X, Y, and Z. But that's a different conversation. That's not what the conversation was. The conversation was, I'm unemployed. Is that helpful? For the daughter to know that the mother is taking advantage of her. Familiarity breeds contempt. And let's talk about never mind the stress that child has coursing through her veins because of her mother's behavior.
I don't even sell pussy. My mom been wanting me to sell pussy low key or get some money from the nigga. Bitch, I don't even play like that because I don't play with my pussy, bitch.
Okay. Again, that young lady says, low key, my mother has been wanting me to sell a pee to take advantage of some dudes. Why does a child know that her mother wants her to use what she has access to use for the express purpose of getting money? At some point in time, she's going to be in a position to where she's going to be like, oh, my mom was trying to prostitute me. Now, the mother may not have said it out loud, but she said low key. So either her mother has mentioned it slyly with a joking smile, jokingly smiling at her. She has overheard her say, oh, such and such, she'll make some premium money out there. She tight and smooth like how I used to be. I know she could get the money because I used to get it. How does that help her in the long term? She is putting out a product for the world to say, oh, this is all she's good for. When she gets older, and let's say she does do this, because I don't know, she does do this, then what? Is she going to be happy with the fact that she knew her mother wanted to sell, or is she going to be pissed? Because there's a very short window to sell the P and get primo. The window is short, and then, the market is saturated. Market is saturated. There is not there is not a drought of girls built like her in her vicinity, coming up behind her or just slightly ahead of her, that are her competition. And this is what her mother low-key said, girl, get into this arena. This is where you're going to thrive. Oversaturated, short window. Familiarity breeds contempt.
Bro, why the fuck my mama don't wear drawers and I just seen her cat?
You shouldn't have been looking there, bitch. It was pretty.
It was wrinkled.
This is the way I'm sitting.
You know, I've always been confused that two women can drop the B word on each other, but if a man says it, it's a problem. Just like that, what's her face? The one who tattooed across her, the slut walk chick, Amber Rose. You know, like let's say between those two, mother and daughter, dropping a B word. Okay, it's all fine and dandy because there's laughter, there's smiles on your face. But what happens with that comfortability of talking to each other like that, dropping the B word, and there's no smile, there's no laughter? Then what? Were you calling her a B all this time with a smile on your face because you really didn't like her? Then what? A daughter being so familiar with her mother that she can put her on blast about her wrinkled hoo-ha, her wrinkled coin purse. That seems problematic. But that can come, not saying it is specifically, but that can come with single choice moms. My daughter's my best friend. My daughter's my ace boon. My mother's my best friend. My mother's my dog. She's my ride or die. There's supposed to be a line. And it's hard to instill that line when it's just you, choice mom. It can become problematic very easily and without notice.
Too hot to be wearing a hoodie.
Who said it?
You are the wrong mother. Now when you go back to school, you need to be embarrassed because I might post your video of me being your ass on your shit. You know, fight me since you want to fight. You don't want to fight me? Huh?
Okay.
We can? Let's hit then, baby. Let's hit.
Familiarity breeds contempt. The fact that this daughter was willing to say we can fight so nonchalantly absolutely with of doubt comes from being overly familiar with her mother. And it can also come from the fact the way her mother talks to her. So when it's just you, frustration. I don't know what else to do, so I'm going to start talking to them like a stranger on the street. My anger will probably get the results I'm looking for, because I don't have anybody to bounce it off of in the house consistently to get what I need to occur with the child. So I'm going to go to verbal violence. Talking to the child as if they are a stranger in the street. And then the child pushes back with, oh, I know you. I see you. You want to fight? We could fight. This is that blew my mind. But this is a possibility when you're doing this by yourself. Why would you want to sign up for this possibility by yourself? At least when you're married, you'll be like, oh, wait till your father gets home. Oh, you want to do X? Oh, okay. I'm pregnant. I can't deal with this right now. She has to deal with this unruly child while she's pregnant. Is that good for the baby? All those stress hormones going through the baby. I don't think so. I could be wrong. I'm not a doctor.
Let's the fuck head. That's my head. What you talking about? Take your head. That's my fucking head. What you running for?
You see how she grabbed her hair? That is she is treating her like a stranger in the street, trying to get away from her because she's about to put them paws on her. That's how she's tried to reach to grab for her. That is frustration. This is not working, so I have to use any type of violence to get things under control or to let her know that I am so frustrated right now. When you're doing it by yourself, and when I say by yourself, I'm talking about under a roof, by yourself, this is the outcome. More often than not, or way worse. So all over YouTube. Now, chances are, with this individual, because she's pregnant, she would get incredible amounts of leniency because, she's preggo and, the hormones flushing. Isn't that funny that a father could never get away with that? Because you can't say, oh, his hormones, oh, he had a rough day at his job. But pregnant, hormones, oh, we'll let it slide. Anyway, yeah.
Get out of my house, bro.
She's talking to her like a dude. Frustrations. Disbelief that she is behaving like this and responding to her like this by herself.
What don't you understand? What don't you know?
Allegedly. I don't know. She may be married or whatever. But that is not under a situation where she has actual relief. I need you to take care of this.
Get your head now. I ain't got nothing to do with it. You the big bad woman running the bathroom. Oh, you don't want to fight me though? We can though. Ain't that what you just said? Yes, you did. Get your drunk out of my house, bro. You don't need these.
She's talking to her like a stranger in the street. That is frustrations of doing this by yourself. And yet there are women out there talking about, I'm a choice mom. I'm going to wait because my career is crushing. I'm crushing in my career that I'm going to do this by myself. I don't get it. I would never willingly. The difference between become a widower and deliberately doing this with this possibility.
No. I want you to touch me. I want you to touch me.
All my life, you're not doing shit. Stop playing, you're not doing shit.
So what are you gonna do? What you gonna do?
You see.
You said, no, do it. You beat my ass. Beat my motherfucker. Go ahead, beat my ass right now. Go ahead. Listen, go ahead, beat my ass. Ricky, I don't know what the fuck your problem is. You wanna break the one? Go ahead, break the other one. You wanna do that? I don't know what the fuck your problem is. But go ahead, yeah. Yeah.
And I know there are going to be individuals out there talking about, oh, well, with my son, this would never happen. Why would you want to have to deal with this by yourself? Choice moms. This possibility, why would you want to do this by yourself? And I know there's some, I want to say sick in the head individuals out there talking about, I put my hands on him. You cannot beat obedience into anybody. You can instill fear, but you cannot beat compliance into anybody. And as a choice mom, dealing with a young man who at some point in time will be able to stand toe to toe with you if there is no respect that has been instilled through the years, not when they're 12, 13, and 14, respect and the wanting to be a good son has to be put into them early, not beat into them, not scared into them, not threatened into them. It has to be loved into them as the mother while the father handles the hard stuff. It is a two-person role that more often than not, no guarantees, that creates a good product. Why would you want to do this with this possibility of occurring? She cannot in any way, shape, or form be happy with what is occurring under her roof with the child that she is most likely, not absolutely, most likely doing by herself.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Good. Yep. You don't give a fuck?
You're not touching me.
I'm not touching you?
You're not touching me.
And then, no, Ricky, beat my ass. I'm begging you to beat my ass. Go ahead, Nick. Beat my ass today. No. Beat.
Do you want to have this type of conversation with your child? And this is the byproduct of doing this by yourself. Choice moms.
You want to beat my... Ricky, I'm standing right here and I haven't moved. Beat my motherfucking ass in this house. Go ahead.
Who wants to say, son, put hands on me? Who wants to say that? Who wants to say that and deliberately because they chose to do this by themselves?
Go ahead. Go. No. You want to fucking... No. Beat... I'm here. Don't tell me to come nowhere.
You're not doing shit.
Don't tell me to come... No. Don't tell me... No, nigga, come beat my ass. Beat my ass right now. Beat my mother...
Is she or is she not to the point of frustration, disbelief, anger, and all this other stuff to the point where she is saying, come put hands on me? Does she sound like she has had the break needed to not let this build up into her? To where when he's acting like this, she can't be like, yo, your father gonna have to deal with this when he get home. I'm not dealing with this. You tear all you want up. When your father gets home, he gonna deal with you. And not that fathers want to deal with this, but that's what they're tasked with. They're tasked with nipping this in the bud before this even gets to this point. Impulse control, that is the father who is tasked and mandated to curtail.
I want you to listen. Come here. You come here. You want to beat my ass, nigga. You come here and beat my ass. That's all I ask you. No. That's all I ask you to do. Okay, work. Ricky, come beat my ass. Come beat my ass. No, nigga, come beat my ass. No, come on. I'm begging you to beat my ass today. Come do it. Come do it.
Did she ever think that this would occur?
No, you're not leaving the couch. No.
Wash out.
No.
Wash the
Nope.
Wash out.
No, beat my ass. Go ahead. No, beat my ass. Go ahead.
In her worst dreams, did she ever think this would occur?
I'm sick of you.
You hear that? You hear that? I'm sick of you? You hear that? I'm sick of you? That is not from this specific instance that occurred in that bedroom. That is years that has been built up in her, and this is the moment that it came out. Choice moms. That is not a single occurrence. I'm sick of you. No. Sick. That's past tense. That's not here and now. Choice moms. Why would you want to have to deal with this? You heard that? You heard it. I don't want to hurt you. He sounds really calm, like he has full control of that situation. No idea how it turned out, but he sounds like he has full control of that situation. Why would you want to deal with that by yourself, choice moms? Familiarity breeds contempt. When there is nobody else for this growing being to take in information from and figure out the workings of the world. Nobody else but you, choice moms. You think you could dodge any of these scenarios thus far? Again, you can't beat it out of them. Court-ordered visitation? You can't do that. Oh, this co-parenting bull is a lie. I'm going to take care of that later on. So it's just you, choice mom, who says, I'm going to do this by myself. I can do this. I can raise a boy. I can raise a man.
Crop tops every day.
Pregnant every year.
John, beat your ass, don't tell me. Crop tops every day.
Pregnant every year.
John, beat your ass, don't tell me.
You see how easily she could just shoot that out? I don't believe this is a choice mom here. But there is definitely a line that is not there. Definitely a line is not there. And I still stand on that. That comes from a large degree of familiarity. To while somebody is chastising you, you chastise them back. But I know somebody's out there going to say, well, what about if the man leaves? I'm talking about choice moms. I'm not talking about, oh, he was a vet and he died, in the field of battle. I'm talking about, oh, I'm a choice mom. I'm going to save up money to do IVF. I'm going to look in a book and pick somebody out to be the father genetic material for my child that I'm going to raise by myself because I can do this all on my lonesome. I'm talking about you. There's no guarantee that anything that has just been displayed is unavoidable. However, what of those seem like a good idea to kind of spit in the wind and say, oh, I'm gonna do it anyway? Anyway, please consider liking, subscribing to the channel, and comment below. Thank you.